There is something deeply misunderstood among the vast majority of men. It is not that they lack charm, status, or wealth, although these seem to dominate their minds. No, the error lies in their failure to recognize a timeless truth. What women truly admire in the core of their being is something far more subtle, far more powerful. It is a man who masters himself, who moves through life with an unwavering sense of purpose, strength, and calm. 99% of men do not understand that self-control, born from deep inner fortitude, is what radiates true attractiveness. This is not the shallow attraction of fleeting glances, but the profound admiration that stirs something much deeper. We, those who seek to live by a higher code, must look to the teachings of the Stoics not as abstract philosophy, but as a way of being that carves its mark upon the soul. The power of inner calm. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This strength is not a loud, boastful display, but a silent storm within a calm that arises when a man refuses to be ruled by his passions or by the opinions of others." How many men, driven by their insecurities and unchecked desires, scramble for validation, approval, or attention? They act impulsively, driven by fear of rejection, consumed by the need to be desired. But women, those who see beyond the surface, are drawn to the man who governs himself. He is a fortress unto himself, a man who can stand in the storm of life with unshaken composure. She recognizes, perhaps unconsciously, that this man is different. He is not swayed by passing emotions or societal pressures. He is guided by principles. He is not in need, for he has already found his strength within. Desire mastered, not suppressed. The Stoics did not teach the suppression of desires, but their mastery. Seneca once said, "A man is as miserable as he thinks he is." This misery often arises from uncontrolled passions, whether it be lust, anger, or envy. Men who fall prey to these emotions become slaves to them. And women, knowingly or unknowingly, sense this slavery. But when we as men take control of our desires, when we channel them toward higher purposes, we transcend the superficiality of attraction. We become men of depth, men of purpose. Our desires no longer control us, they serve us. The 99% who lack this understanding are bound to their impulses, reacting without thought, seeking without reason. True attraction, however, lies in our ability to desire without being consumed by that desire. We can appreciate beauty, admire it, but we are not swayed by it. It does not control us. This is the essence of self-mastery, fortitude in the face of adversity. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of Stoicism's greatest teachers, reminds us that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters most. Men crumble in the face of adversity, whether it be rejection, failure, or emotional turmoil. They retreat, wounded, fragile, easily broken by the opinions of others. But we, as students of Stoicism, understand that adversity is not an enemy, but an opportunity to test our strength, to refine our character. This is what sets us apart from the 99%. When others waver, we stand firm. When others lose themselves in frustration or bitterness, we respond with calm. In this, we embody a quiet strength, one that women, and indeed all people, cannot help but admire. A man who faces adversity with dignity, who does not lose his sense of self in the chaos of life, becomes a beacon of stability. And women, whether consciously or not, are drawn to this unwavering fortitude. It is not about being unfeeling, it is about feeling deeply, but remaining in control, overcoming destructive emotions. Our journey is not one of emotionlessness, but of mastering destructive emotions. Anger, jealousy, fear, these are poisons that corrode our character and by extension our relationships. A man who is ruled by such emotions is a man who is weak in spirit, and no one, least of all a woman, can respect a man who is a slave to his own impulses. As Seneca advised, no man is free who is not master of himself. This mastery is the foundation of true attraction. To be able to stand in the presence of a woman, confident in your own worth, without the need to prove it or seek her approval, that is what 99% of men fail to grasp. But we, those who follow the Stoic path, know that the ultimate freedom lies in overcoming our inner turmoil. We do not act out of need, desperation, or impulse. We act from a place of strength, driven by our values and our higher purpose. This is what women, whether they realize it or not, long for in a man. The man who transcends. In the end, a man who masters himself, who overcomes his destructive emotions, becomes something rare. He transcends the trivialities of the world, including the games of attraction that so many are ensnared by. He becomes someone who commands respect, not by force or manipulation, but by the quiet strength of his character. This is what 99% of men do not understand, but what we must embody. It is not about seeking to be loved or desired. It is about being worthy of love through our self-mastery, our fortitude, and our unshakable inner peace. When a man can walk through life with this kind of presence, he does not need to seek attention. It will find him. He does not need to beg for love. It will come naturally to him. He does not need to fear rejection, for he knows his worth, and that worth is not dictated by the opinions or desires of others. Let us strive, then, to be the men who master ourselves, who rise above the fleeting and the superficial, and who embody the deeper truths of life. For in this we become the men that women and indeed the world cannot help but admire. Marcus Aurelius so wisely stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be.